Welcome, everyone. We'll get started with drive time soon. Welcome to the information session with drive time, and we'll get started in a few minutes. Thank you for being here today. Welcome, everyone. We're going to get started in about a minute. Please go ahead and put in the chat where you're joining us from today. We're excited to have you. All right, I think we're going to go ahead and get started, Kayla. So I just want to welcome everyone to today's information session. We are thrilled to have you joining us as we spotlight one of the nation's leading automotive retailers and finance companies, DriveTime. My name is LaVonda Taylor. I'm an employer outreach specialist here at the University of Arizona Global Campus, and I am excited for you to join us today as we learn more about exciting career opportunities available with DriveTime. Before I turn things over to our guest employer today, I just want to go over a few housekeeping items. This webinar is being recorded, and for those that have registered for this session, you will receive the recording via email in a few days, and we will take time to answer as many questions as possible during and after the presentation. Please make sure to use the Q&A button at the bottom of your screen to submit any questions. You can do that anonymously or with your name. And if you have questions that aren't answered live, you can email us at careerservices.uagc.edu, and we will follow up with Kayla at DriveTime. Feel free to engage in the chat throughout the presentation, and make sure that you choose everyone when you're typing your questions in the chat. Members of the Career Service team will also be there to help answer any questions you have. If you do experience technical difficulties, we do recommend that you log out of Zoom and log back in. That should resolve any of your issues. And now I'm going to go ahead and get us started and turn things over to our special guest, Kayla Argyrios from DriveTime. Welcome, Kayla. We're excited to have you today.
Thanks, Lavonda. I really appreciate that. And as you mentioned, I am here to talk about DriveTime brand family. Really excited to share about our organization, who we are, kind of what we have to offer, and just opportunities and partnerships amongst us and UAGC. So with that, I will start off by introducing myself and team. My name is Kayla Argyros. I oversee our talent acquisition function, from everything corporate recruiting, talent brand recruiting, marketing, and last but not least, certainly our university relations team. I have been with DriveTime brand family for over 7 years. Across our university relations team, we have over 14 years of tenure. And so been selling this dream for a while. Obviously, I love it, and a lot of who I am is this organization. And so excited to be able to talk about that today. Other members of my team include Nikki McQueen. If you have been engaged in any employer brand or university relations efforts with us, you've probably met her. She is our manager of university relations here. She is on campus recruiting, talking to folks, letting them know who we are. And then we have Madison Manzo. She is our program specialist. So she runs all programs, early career here at DriveTime Brand Family, includes probably most notably our summer internship program, but leads into all of our early career initiatives. So we are a small but mighty team that house all of our early career initiatives here at DriveTime Brand Family. In that, let's talk about the good stuff. So let's talk about who we are. So most of you know us as DriveTime, and we are certainly that. We are an auto retail company. We are also a bit more than that too. So we are a multi-entity organization. So it's not just DriveTime. We also have Bridgecrest, that is our auto financing company. We have Silver Rock, that is our warranties and ancillary product arm. And we have GoFi, that is our digital first indirect lending platform. And so all of those brands, all those separate, they work interconnectedly with our customer in their journey. And from a recruitment perspective, we support all of our brands equally. And so I'll talk to you a little bit more about exactly what that means and who we are. So starting with DriveTime, it's how you know us. We are 149 dealerships across the country, 17 reconditioning centers, meaning we purchase our vehicles at auction. We recondition them in-house to then transport them and then sell them at our dealerships across 30 states. We have 2 corporate offices. One of them I'm standing in right now. This is our Tempe, Arizona office. We have a Dallas, Texas headquarters as well. And we have over 2,000 employees across those 30 states. So those are employees across our retail centers, from our customer sales guides to our general managers to all of our technicians and mechanics at our reconditioning centers. And we house a lot of those employees here in Arizona, but across the country also. We serve 150,000 customers annually and have sold over 2 million cars in our lifetime. So DriveTime, we have been around since 2002. So definitely have some years under our belt working with customers. From there, kind of following that customer journey, you purchase your vehicle at DriveTime, and then you will finance that vehicle through Bridgecrest. So Bridgecrest is our financial services arm. The unique part about Bridgecrest is they not only serve a DriveTime customer, Bridgecrest serves a third-party customer as well, which includes Carvana as our largest client. So Bridgecrest, maybe our not as well-known brand, it is actually the largest part of who we are. And so Bridgecrest houses a $25 billion portfolio and has about 2,500 employees across that organization. And so that is going to be across 5 operation centers. And that is not only domestically, but internationally as well. We have locations in Mesa, Arizona, Dallas, Texas. Those are our big 2 operation centers. And then we have our offshore as well in Jamaica, Philippines, and Colombia. So with that, you purchase the vehicle through DriveTime, you finance through Bridgecrest, and then you warranty that through Silver Rock. So Silver Rock is our warranties and ancillary product arm. The unique part about Silver Rock and their employee base is they are a completely remote employee base. So we are completely remote in 11 states, and we service over 1 million active contracts with over 300 million in claims processed. So although a smaller part of our brand picture, definitely an important part and a growing part. Silver Rock is structured similarly to Bridgecrest in the way that we not only serve a DriveTime customer, but we serve a third-party customer as well. With that includes Carvana as our largest client there also. And so Silver Rock is definitely in a kind of a deep growth phase. And so we're really excited to see what's to come for Silver Rock in the next coming years. Separately, we have GoFi. So GoFi is always very fun to talk about because it is kind of our newest, latest, and greatest venture. And so GoFi was actually founded in 2022. So we like to say we're coming out of that kind of startup phase, and they're growing tremendously. So GoFi is an indirect lender. We are looking to enhance the dealer experience through AI-focused technology to get customers from that dealership on the right financing terms with the right technology, really kind of speed through that process. And we are live in 35 plus states right now. So GoFi, although they've been around for 3 years, they are definitely have kind of high trajectory and have high growth thus far. With that, of course, across all of those brands, it is focused on the customer journey and innovating through that. We are not just kind of that typical auto retailer. We're also not your typical auto finance company. There's really nothing typical about us, and it's really all about innovation. So how we source and buy the cars, how we recondition and repair those, all the way from how we sell and support our customer through the financing as well. It's all about how we support that through each entity and that customer journey. Let's talk a little bit about our culture here. It is absolutely the core of who we are. If you ask any employee, what do you like most? It's always the culture, the people, who we are at our core. And that goes down to our core principles. We refer to them as DARTs here. And that is just really an acronym for all of these very beautiful, fancy things on the screen here. But our core principles start with all are welcome on our lot. We are intentional about different backgrounds and perspectives. It makes us better to add diverse talent to that. And so we are intentional in that all are welcome on our lot. We are difference makers. So no matter whether you are a coordinator, a specialist, a manager, VP, director, you make a difference here. So all the work that you contribute is important, and best idea wins. We really empower all levels to contribute equally to the organization and make sure that they feel like they are making a difference. Next, we do the right thing because it's just our thing. And this one was just really easy for us. It is always, everything is centered around every decision we make, whether that be for our customer or our people. It is always centered around simply, is this the right decision? Is this doing the right thing for all parties involved? And that's how we core and center ourselves around really all things that we do. We are unafraid to take the wheel. I've said it probably 3 times already in this presentation, but innovation, thinking outside of the box, not being scared of change or trying something new, being on the cutting edge, take the wheel, try it, do it. You're empowered to do that. And so we want to make sure that we are never scared to be the difference makers, and that we feel empowered to make those bold decisions. And then lastly, certainly not least, is we carpool to a shared destination. And really that is centered around, we are a multi-entity organization, and it gets really complex in that of how we ebb and flow together. But at the end of the day, it's for the customer journey and it's all for the same outcome. And we have to do that in synchronicity and do that together. So it really is carpooling to a shared destination. Outside of our core principles, we are really passionate about giving our employees recognition and development programs, ability to learn and earn, grow from a professional leadership perspective, to stay connected to others in the organization. And so we have, things that are Mark Your Mile. Those are for our reconditioning centers where you do learnings and you're able to earn more through those learnings and progressions. We have Social Connect where employees, from home office to retail to reconditioning centers to operation centers get on a call together and just meet each other and say hi and stay connected across the 5,000 employee base. And so we're intentional of getting our employees that meaningful experience, whether that's personally or professionally. We're intentional in the programs that we put together to be able to do that for our people. Which leads to some of our awards, I assume. All of the awards that we've earned and that we're showcasing here are employee voted, meaning our employees voted for these results. And so we try to be humble here, but we are very proud of all of the things that our people have to say. And so as you can see, we have best company growth, leadership, best company for women. We have our CEO is a woman, and a lot of our leadership, and best company for diversity, best company outlook. It's not beyond us that times are different, economy is shifting. We're really proud to say that our organization is active in hiring and fruitful in our labors and not having to look at those routes. And so, yeah, we're really excited for the awards that we've won. And, it shows us that our people are, happy and, happy to be here. And we're really proud of it. This is exciting stuff. So our summer internship program. So shifting gears a little bit here. We offer a really robust summer internship program. And so we're very proud of it. It has been around for 20 plus years. It is really what feeds our early career pipeline, meaning we don't hire a lot of external entry level roles. We fill those roles really through our internship program. And our internship program is 11 weeks paid hands-on learning. It is full of professional development series, social events, networking. We expose you to our CEO and our senior leaders, and you get real-time conversations with those people. We tour you of our facilities and give you a crash course in all things drive time. So your 11 weeks is productive and meaningful, and you're working on real world problems with real business impacts. And learning just an immense amount along the way. And so our summer internship program is one that we'd like to say is a bit infamous or famous. We're not sure at this point, but I think we do it really well here. And we're really excited for summer 2026 and what that's going to lend to us, and all the fantastic talent that we're going to meet along the way. And then with that, not to leave out just how we partner together. So at DriveTime Brand Family, we offer tuition reimbursement, but we also offer higher education partners, and UAGC is one of them. And so it would be beyond us to not mention that in this presentation. We offer tuition reimbursement to all of our full-time employees and our part-time employees. And in that, it's really for any continued education. So associates, bachelor's, and master degree level. In addition to that, DriveTime, we have partnerships. And so through those partnerships, we offer 20% reduction in tuition for DriveTime employees and families. We love to highlight that just because it's not only for our employees that are, continuing education, but children, spouses, it applies to them as well. And so through those partnerships, we look to give our employee base tools to have affordable education and also help to contribute to that continued education through our tuition reimbursement. So just wanted to touch on that also. And in that, we're at to questions. So if you guys have any questions, please feel free to pop it in the chat. I can monitor and answer, and then if anyone wants to help me do that as well, we can we can figure it out.
Thank you so much for that, Kayla. I
Yeah.
appreciate it. We do have some questions that came in, but I just wanted to touch on a few questions that I had as well. So I do know that our students are always looking for ways to stand out in a competitive market. And I wanted to get your thoughts on what skills or experiences currently make students more competitive for the internships and opportunities at DriveTime.
Yeah, I think for us, we are always looking for students that are not only involved in just, their classroom curriculum, but extracurricular activities as well. Prior internships, of course, always help. But also just that direct connection, coming to these types of events, we get to interact with you. Candidly, we get thousands of applicants to our internship program and to our full-time roles. And so these types of events allow us to be more one-on-one. And so I would say, yeah, prior, internship, extracurricular, just going above and beyond. And then again, showing up to events like this allows us to know you directly.
Thank you for sharing that. Also, thank you to Nikki for posting some information in the chat for students as well. Um, so how, I guess UAGC in Career Services, we do focus on preparing our students for jobs of the future, like roles that shape technology and innovation. And you spoke about innovation happening at Drive Time. Um, and how forward thinking drive time is. How is your organization preparing for the future of work, and like what new skills are becoming more important across your team?
Yeah, it's a great question. And honestly, I mean, of course, everyone's talking AI. Can't have a conversation in 2025 without it. We are leaning in as an organization to that. We're leaning in from a customer perspective. We have Bridget. She is our bot on our Bridgecrest site. She interacts with our customers to help them through their servicing. And so we have large initiatives on Bridget, large initiatives on Sam. He's our bot on the drive time side. And so really leaning into kind of this AI progression and what that's going to look like for not only our organization, but really kind of the future of all state. But we're not shying away from it. If anything, we're leaning in pretty deeply. And in that it's not just about I know there's new AI degrees and things focused in that arena. We're finding we need the engineering behind that as well. And so it's, at its surface, it can be, oh, I don't have a degree in AI. That's not the actual degree types we're targeting for that AI technology. It's still your software engineering, your analytics behind that, your quantitative degrees. But yeah, I would say from like kind of where we're really trying to progress is in the AI space.
That's awesome. Thank you so much for sharing that, Kayla. That is a hot topic, and everybody
Yeah,
wants to know, what do I need to
everyone.
know in AI? So I appreciate you taking the time to share that with us.
Yeah,
Um, Many of our students do, just to speak off of what you were saying about like the degrees they have. Many of our students do come from a wide range of programs like psychology, liberal arts, say project management, just to name a few. And they may not always see their major listed like on your company website. So for those students, how can they highlight their transferable skills and demonstrate the value that their degree has when they're applying for roles at Drive Time?
yeah, that is such a good question and understandably a pretty decent challenge, right, for the student base. And I hate to be repetitive, but honestly, some of that is just really getting that kind of one-on-one interaction and exposure and being able to have that conversation. And so it comes down to like more niche events of this kind of type, right? Where, I mean, we probably are on campuses, right? Whether those be virtual campuses or actual physical campuses. We probably have 70 plus events over the fall, just that's like October to December. And so, going on to companies' career pages, we post where we'll be, when we'll be there. And so getting targeted in that connection to actually find who the recruiters are, I think is the best probably advice I'd give.
Thank you, Kayla. That goes into actually the last question that I have. So just before I open up questions for students, I just wanted to get your perspective on networking. Like, what's your best advice for students and alumni who want to stand out and build connections? I know you've mentioned these like niche events. Do you have anything else that you want to add that could be helpful to them when it comes to networking?
I think, just making the effort consistently. Getting it's we get lots of no's in recruiting as well. And so right, it's having just resilience in that process. And just because you weren't able to make a connection intentionally one time, like I would also like don't get discouraged in that. Keep attempting and don't lose your way in that because it takes one yes for you to land the spot you're looking for. And it's certainly a competitive job market. And so I think just consistency, persistency are going to be key in that.
Yeah, that's the advice we give to our students too. Be
Oh,
consistent and show up. Yes, that
yeah.
makes a difference. I appreciate
Yeah.
that. We did have a few questions come into the Q&A. And so one of the students asked how to get more involved. And another student asked, does Drive Time offer recent graduate programs?
I don't know exactly what that means.
I guess
Um,
like programs like, how some programs are geared towards newer graduates with internships or opportunities. So I think they're just wondering, like, if you're a recent graduate, are there programs for recent graduates?
Understood. So our internship program is geared towards like rising seniors. And that would be inclusive. So like for summer 2026, we're targeting those with graduations in December 26 or May 2027. And that is inclusive of not only bachelor's but master's degrees as well. If you are surpassed that and more of that kind of recent graduate, you can reference all of like our full-time opportunities on our career site. Um, I will say because we use our internship as a kind of a feeder pool for some of those more early grad roles, they're not as common, but they exist. I just, last week had a entry level analyst role open. So like they're not, I would say all the time, but they do happen. And so you can sign up for job alerts. Or our talent community. And Nikki, maybe if you want to throw this in the chat. But on our career site, you can sign up for our talent community, introduce yourself. That way we have your resume and your information on file. Or you can sign up for job alerts, which would alert you proactively when like the jobs come available in your sector. Because they open quick and they close quick, but when you're on our radar and we know who you are, you'll probably get prompted so like those are two ways you could for like those new graduate roles, how to like interact with those.
Yeah, I appreciate you sharing that. Being proactive and being available when those positions come available can be very useful. I have a question about you mentioned that you're currently in 30 states. Do you know if there's any plans to expand to additional states?
I think we're gonna open like 3 stores in 2026. I think maybe we'll expand into one state that we're not today. We're in this kind of place as an organization where we are really hyper focused on efficiencies. And so we're probably going to do a stair-step approach for over the next couple years. We're going to focus on our efficiencies, get really amazing at what we're doing, and then grow, look at our efficiencies, grow, and kind of take that approach. And so I don't know how much we're focused on expansion rather than efficiencies and profitability.
Understandable. Thank you for answering
Yeah,
that.
of course.
So I know you did put some emphasis today on the other companies that are also a part of Drive Time. And so, a question is, can you apply for all four companies and be considered separate for each company?
Such a good question. You will go through the same ecosystem for all four of those brands. So the answer is yes, you can apply for whatever role you want to, that you feel qualified for, that you're excited about, no matter what brand that is. And transparently, behind those four brands, you will find a DriveTime brand family recruiter. So we support all four lines, and we will find you the best placement for your skill set and for what we're looking for. So simply yes, we'll take care of you in that manner.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Let me just make sure that I didn't miss any questions. I think we got most of them answered. A question about veterans. Is the company a veteran company, veteran friendly company?
I would hope to say so, yes. Of course, you asked that question to, I feel like there's always things we can do more, right? And that's pretty much for anything, right? But absolutely, we have partnerships. We're connected with military at Microsoft, which helps us kind of like on our corporate perspective, feeding us veterans through that program. Yes, I would hope to say yes. We certainly are intentional to make sure that we are having an open door to that segment. And so certainly feel free to apply. All are welcome on our lot.
Awesome. Thank you so much for that, Kayla. There's a
Yeah.
question about online opportunities. I know you mentioned online and remote opportunities, not to be specific on like anything in particular, but do you have anything that you could share a little extra about that?
Yeah, that's easy. Our online, so remote opportunities are, I mentioned Silver Rock. Our Silver Rock employee base is 100% remote. Now, remember, they're a little bit smaller within kind of our broader organization, but we are hiring claims adjusters right now. That is a remote position that is fully like work from home. All of our IT roles are also remote. And so all of our like principal engineering, software and software engineering, all of our data engineering, anything IT outside of like our help desk is going to be fully remote. So if you see an IT role, just know that is a remote opportunity, and anything that would be marketed as a remote role, because there's Silver Rock roles would show like remote on our career site.
Awesome. Thank you for clarifying that for me, Kayla.
Yeah.
I don't necessarily see any other questions. Does anyone have any other questions before we wrap things up? No? All right. Well, I thank you for today, Kayla, and I just wanted to let our audience know that if you do want to connect with Drive Time or other employers that are actively hiring for full-time positions and internships, please log into Handshake through your student portal. And be sure to check Handshake and UAGC regularly for upcoming career service events. You will receive a follow-up email in a few days with the link to this recording and with the information about Drive Time Careers. If you do have any questions about your resume, cover letter, or your job search with Career Services, please email careerservices@uagc.edu, or explore resources on Handshake. And Kayla, I want to thank you again for taking the time to join us today. We really appreciate you sharing your insight into Drive Time and the other companies and its culture, and how students and graduates can take the next step towards a rewarding career. And I also want to thank our students and graduates for attending today's session. Before you leave, please take a moment, complete a brief confidential survey that's going to appear at the end of this session conclusion, and your feedback will help us to improve on future events. And so we do look forward to seeing you all at more career service events in the future, and we will make sure to share out the information that Kayla has shared with us today. Thank you all for attending, and please make sure to check into Handshake for more events.